Hola from the west side. It is me, DC, the Purple Diva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Wednesday night, y'all. I was on earlier today, so I can't say happy Wednesday because this is, if you've been keeping up, the third time that I've been on today. I got on here finally today, and I did a daytime live from my phone. It was cool. And the cool thing is that doing it from the mobile app, like directly on YouTube, when I ended it, it at least gives you an idea of how much time you got as soon as you actually stop your live. So I like that. I mean, I know it's not like the actual what it's going to be in the end, but it's supposed to be pretty close. And I had a few people come through, so I was actually pleased with that. I'm going to have to start doing more of those because a lot of people were happy that I came through. Let me cut this down. Hold up my phone so I can see in the chat. But today was Ash Wednesday. And I guess here where I live, one of the Catholic churches has drive-through to get your ashes. They literally like drive through a line, and there's a deacon or a priest there to put the ashes on them. Hey, tatted hearts. So I thought that was kind of I don't know, driving through to get your ashes on Ash Wednesday. I'm good, tatted hearts. How are you? Oh, you're writing in that funny writing again. I can read it. I have to look at it on the computer, though. I can't read it on my phone. What font is that, tatted hearts? What font are you using this time? What is it? Okay, I'm gotta wait for it to come up. $10. That's a 10. It doesn't look like it's 10. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like it. It keeps putting your stuff for review. Oh, you wrote upside down this time. Yeah, I can read it upside down. Yeah, I can read it upside down that big. It was so... Oh, so were you writing upside down? Oh, that sure was. It was backwards. Some of it was backwards. Nope. You can read my message. Okay, now I can read the messages above too. I can read that one. and it doesn't seem to cause an issue. It's just the other one it doesn't like. Yeah, it's just the other one it doesn't like. Yeah, it doesn't like it because I think it doesn't think it's English. That's what I think. So are you still out of school, or did you go back to school? Did you go back to school, Tatted Heart? It is something dream. I can't read one of the words. Let me wait until it comes up on the computer. It is English. It is English, damn it. I know, but when you put it upside down, it didn't understand it. I don't know. You know, that there's computers that are scanning the chat. And you confused them. So are you still out of school? Man, I remember when I was in high school, we did wear uniforms because I was in an all-girl Catholic high school, but my senior year, some of my classmates, not me, wore heels. Matter of fact, I think she wore heels all the time from 10th grade. She was always wearing heels. I remember this girl always was wearing heels. Because she didn't like being short. So she was always wearing heels. But they never said anything to her, but maybe because they weren't the spike heels, because back then I don't even think we were getting spiked. We weren't really into them back then at that point, but I don't know, because you know how they are about dress code. So make sure that you're not going against the dress code. You don't want them to send you home or to give you some funky shoes that you don't want to wear. No, I know, but they still have a dress code. I know, they still got a dress code. You don't want them to send you home or give you some crazy shoes that you don't want to put on your feet that are funky because they've been on somebody else's feet and they just happen to be in the lost and found. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Better keep something on deck. Yeah, see the platform sneakers, of course they don't have a problem with those, but they're heels too, technically, because they're platforms. But 5 inches is high. I mean, I have some 5-inch heels. I don't wear them a lot. But I usually wear at least 4-inch, actually. Actually, I take it back. Now, I wear 4 to 5-inch, but some of mine are those clunkier heels now. I don't wear a whole lot of the spiked heels that are that high. They're usually a bigger heel if they're that high now. because the clunkier heel is easier to walk in when it's that high. Well, I mean, most of my heels are, most of my heels are 5 and 6 inches, but I've converted from the spiky kind. I still have some spiky ones. Don't get me wrong. I do have some, but I'm not like buying more of them. I'm getting them more with the more clunkier heel, with the thicker heels now. Still the same height, but just the thicker heel. Because like I have some Steve Madden boots, like they're the boots that have the open toe. So they're like for the spring and I guess in the fall. Because I wouldn't wear them in the summer because they're on suede. But they have a clunky heel, but it's 6 inches. I have stilettos. Yeah, I have some. I just don't wear them a lot. But I have a few pairs. Yep. There's no point in getting rid of a good shoe. I just don't wear them as much. But they're expensive, so I don't want to give them away. And my sister and I wear the same size, but her foot is fatter than mine. So she generally can't wear my shoes. I am a 9.5. I'm a 9.5. Sometimes I have to get a 10 though, because it's hard to find a 9.5. So sometimes I have to get a 10. Like if it's in boots, I generally get a 10. I generally don't even look for the 9.5. I just go for the 10. But like in shoes and heels, I generally try to get the 9.5. I know what you meant. I know what you meant, Tatted Heart. Well, God, I mean, like the next holiday. I don't have any. Yeah, the next holiday is going to be in May. We don't have any more holidays until May. But I'm taking off. I'm going to take off some days before May. I know it's more than me and Tatted Hearts in here, but whoever the other person is isn't talking. Yeah, maybe somebody's in the clouds. Today, one of the other YouTubers that I know had her stream botted. She had like, I don't know, like a normal amount of people in her stream, but it said she had 1,500 people in her stream, which means she had a whole bunch of bots watching her stream, and it freaked her out. She was like, so she stopped the stream. You were 8 medium. God, I haven't worn a size 8 since I was in high school. By the time I got out of high school, I was already a size 9. And then after I had my son, I became a 9.5. I think it's because he was heavy. Because he was like 10 pounds. Hey, 1SP. Thank you. Do they have a size 6 section at all? A size 6 in shoes? Yeah, they have size 6s. You usually can find plenty of 5.5s and 6s because nobody wears those sizes. Very few women have feet that small. Like, even my best friend, who is short, she's like maybe 5'4", and she still wears a 9. And she was an 8.5, but she had 6 kids, so now she wears a 9. Yeah, he was. He was a healthy baby. He was full term too. He actually, you know, according to when they thought he was going to come, was like late. But he came when he wanted to come. He was a Sunday child. Sunday child, God smiles. He was born on a Sunday. Oh, and the men, in men's shoes, I wear a 7.5. I wear a 7.5 because I don't buy women's, like my tennis shoes, like my sneakers. I don't buy women's sneakers. I only buy men's high tops because that's what I like. Yeah. So yeah, my sneakers, I don't buy women's sneakers. I do have like running shoes that are women's sneakers, but like tennis shoes, I prefer men's high tops. Natural. No C-sections over here. No. I asked my doctor about that before I even got pregnant. And he told me that I shouldn't have any problem having a baby naturally. And he was correct. I didn't have any problem. And I had a big baby. You're 5'6" with your platforms on? Oh, you're 5'9"? Wow. I remember when I used to work, because I haven't worn platforms since I was in high school. Because that's the last time platforms were popular, was in the 70s when I was in high school. And yeah, I liked that they made me really tall because I was short. I didn't start out, I'm tall now, but I wasn't tall when I was wearing a platform. I think I was 5'6". I was 5'6" for a long time. I thought I was going to be 5'6". And then I grew 2 more inches and I was 5'8". And I thought I was going to be 5'8". But then my freshman year in college, I grew another inch. And I landed at 5'9". I know the Spice Girls wore them. See, like platforms, that's when like fashion things go around. Like the bell bottoms and the elephant pants, those were out when I was like a kid. They came back. People wearing bell bottoms and the elephant pants came back. I remember I had those before. And the platforms, I wasn't surprised when they came back. I wasn't. I have a platform pair of heels. They're pink. They're sandals. They're platforms. You know, but like most of the guys that I have dated and my ex-husband are all like over 6 foot, so it didn't matter. I could wear 6-inch heels or a 6-inch platform and I still was going to be shorter than them. Same thing with my son. I can put on 6-inch heels. I'm still going to be shorter than him. I'm still the shortest thing in my house. And I'm not short, but the men in my family are tall and the men that I have been in relationships were tall. So hey, Melange, how are you? Thanks for coming. Yeah, the wedge. Yeah, I like those the sandals like that. I like them. That's the only platforms I have now. Is that one pair. I had another pair, but I gave them to my sister because they were wider and they fit her feet better than mine. She was happy to take them off my hands. Matter of fact. I sure would be. I know. My son is 6'4", so still taller than me. And my guy is 6'6", still taller than me. So it doesn't even matter. I can wear heels all I want. I'm still going to be shorter than everybody else in the house. And I don't because I work from home, I only wear heels like if I'm out. But usually when I'm at home, I usually have on my Uggs. I usually have on a pair of Uggs. Unless it's summertime. Then I'm wearing flip-flops. They are. That's what I say. I have a purple pair that are strappies and pointy toes that are stilettos. I've only worn them 4 times. I've only worn them 4 times. And one time, I almost broke my neck in them because I was walking on a sidewalk like at normal speed, and I should have slowed my roll. And then the other ones that I have that are like stiletto are boots. It's not a problem in the boots for whatever reason. I think because of how, because it's a boot that with the stiletto heel. Because I have come think of it, I have 2 pairs of boots with the stiletto heel. And I wear them all the time. During the wintertime. Yeah, as a matter of fact, in that picture that's on my community tab that I'm wearing that black dress in, the boots that I had on, the thigh-high boots that I had on in that picture were stilettos. They sure were. They were stiletto boots. They're black thigh-high stiletto boots. And I wear them all the time. I love those boots. Now, those I've run in those boots. Not very fast, but I've been able, I could do more than walk in them. But I've had them for a while and I'm used to them. The shoes, because of the way that they're made and because of how the straps go around my ankle, not so much. Yep, Prince. Oh, tonight on The Masked Singer. I don't know what they're doing on The Masked Singer this season. So tonight they unmasked Dionne Warwick. The Masked Singer had Shaka Khan and Dionne Warwick on in the same season. And before, Patti LaBelle was on, the only like legend in season 2. And in season 1, they had Gladys Knight, who came in 3rd, even though everybody knew it was Gladys. But Dionne didn't even, she made it to the 2nd round, and they all knew it was her. They were actually like, the judges were surprised that the audience didn't vote her through and voted the frog through, who was doing a rap. They think that somebody thinks the frog might be Alfonso Ribeiro. I don't think it is, though, because Alfonso Ribeiro can sing. So he wouldn't just be rapping. He would actually sing. That's why I don't think it is him. But they think it's him. Yeah, because if you wear the platforms a lot, then you're still used to being up high. Like I told you, like one of my friends in high school, that girl wore heels from the 10th grade to the 12th grade. They weren't stiletto, they were like thicker heels, but that girl she always had on heels. And she'd have on heels, and she'd still have on her socks and have heels on. It was crazy. Because she'd have on knee socks, but she'd have on her heels. All her shoes were heels. Even if she wore in, shoes that had shoestrings on them and everything, it was still heels. Everything was heels. What about Clinton? Carlton, yes. Yeah, Alfonso Ribeiro. Yeah, some of the judges think that one of the Masked Singers is him, but I don't think that that's him, because he can sing. And this person is not singing. All they're doing is rapping. So I don't think it's him. Plus, they're thinking it might be him because this dude can dance, but nah, he can dance better than this dude. I mean, he was what? He was in the Tap Dance Kid when he was a kid. Then he went and won Dancing with the Stars. Dude can dance. I mean, he was a trained dancer as a kid. So, yeah. And he proved that he still had it in his 40s on, Dancing with the Stars. I like Alfonso Ribeiro. Yeah, T-Pain won the first season. And then last season, it was Wayne Brady. Yeah. Everybody, I never realized that Wayne Brady sounded so much like Jamie Foxx, but I knew that Jamie Foxx wasn't going to be one of the people in any of the masks because he does another show on Fox, So I knew that none of them would ever be him. And then this season he came on and he was a guest judge. So he's not going to be under any of those masks. Hey, I am Lucy. I'm sorry, I missed you. I was talking, running my mouth. If you guys haven't seen it already, I did upload a shopping haul today of, me getting more hair to braid my hair. So it's purple hair. If you were there for the premiere, I thank you. And it's only like, it's like a 7 or 8 minute video. So it's just a shopping haul. So it's a chronicle, one of my vlogs. I'm trying to get my content up and do more vlogging about, other things, not just the autism, just, kind of showing you guys other things that I do. Thank you, I am Lucy. Yeah, I'm gonna take the braids that I have in now out. They've been in here like for 6 weeks. So it's time for them to come down. Because I don't like to keep, braids in my hair for more than really 2 months is the maximum that I'll let them stay in. And they're getting real close to that. So it's time for them to come out. So I can wash my hair without braids in it and do a hot oil treatment, deep condition my hair. And then put it in a different braid style. Because it's just easy. Because people don't understand, like when you are natural, wearing your hair natural, yeah, it takes a lot of work. And my hair is naturally curly and it tangles up really easy. The curls just tangle up. So when I'm wearing my hair out, I'm constantly running my hands through my hair to detangle it all day. I have to make sure that my ends are super, super moisturized and everything. I mean, I can use like, aloe vera gel and all that stuff, to keep my hair moisturized and everything. But yeah, it's a lot of work. So I like to keep it braided instead. But occasionally I do take it out and, wear my curly hair. I know she did, but she lost her edges from them, braiding too tight. So you just have to be really, really careful. Since I do my own hair, like this time, I'm not going to do small braids. I'm doing bigger braids so that there's not as much tension on the edges. That's one of the ways, the things you can do. And just, just keep my edges, trying to keep my edges. What's left of them, I'm trying to keep it. I got some edges and I'm trying to keep them. But yeah, I've worn my hair in and out of braids since my 20s because I have been natural since my 20s. And I didn't do a big chop. I just grew the perm out and was done with it. And that was it. And I never permed my hair again because I was, at that point, I had permed my hair since I was a kid. Pretty much off and on. I mean, it wasn't continuously permed, but, and then when I had come to California, I just thought that I didn't need to necessarily perm it, like I did back home. So I stopped. Yeah, like the Poetic Justice braids, but a little, somewhere, actually that is about the size I'm going to make. But I'm not going to have a ton of braids because she had way more braids than I'm going to put in my hair. I usually have somewhere between, over 150, between 150 and 200 braids in my hair. We're not doing that this this time. So I might make them the bigger braids, but not too big. I don't want to make them into those real big braids that we call the dookie braids. I'm not gonna make them into the dookie braids. But the other thing I'm thinking about doing is doing the goddess, like cornrolling my hair all the way around up into the center, you know, and then taking those braids and braiding them out and then putting it in a bun on my head. But if I do that hairstyle, I will only wear that hairstyle for a maximum of 2 weeks. If I do that. If I do the box braids, then I'll keep them on my hair for at least a month. So it just depends on if I want to have to do my hair again in 2 weeks, or if I want to just have it done for a month at least. Hey, Royal PK family, how are you? Thank you for coming. But I like wearing my hair purple. I can't, you know, I'm not going to dye my hair purple because my hair doesn't like to be dyed at all. It doesn't like to be dyed at all. Not even a little bit. Matter of fact, I can only put like brown. Yeah, that's the only color I can put in my hair. It's brown. I can only dye it the color it is, basically. If I try to go, you know how people do blondes and reds and all these crazy colors? Can't do none of that. My hair will be on the ground. Bye. No hair. So I don't do all those colors. How do I feel about the Kobe Bryant star on the Walk of Fame being restored? Oh yeah, I have tried that hair wax. I have some of it. I have some of the purple hair wax. I've actually used that in my actual hair. Yep. And I put it in there, and you just wash it out. Yeah, you can get the hair wax on Amazon for at the most $10 a jar. She wants his name removed. Oh, I have to look into that one. I didn't know that. He's saying that Vanessa Bryant wants Kobe Bryant's name removed from the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Wow. I wonder why she wants that. I don't understand. Yeah. Yeah, but I Am Lucy. Yeah, I like the hair wax. I've used it before. I used some of it last summer, but I think I did it before I started doing YouTube. Yeah, it was before I started my YouTube channel, but I used some of it last summer. But I still have I think I have another jar of it. I might put it in my hair again this summer. But I think I'm going to get some of the blue too. I might get some of the blue so I can put the blue in my hair in April for like a couple of days for autism awareness at the beginning of the month. So I don't know, but I guess we need to find out what's going on. I'm gonna check and see. I'll let you know what I find out when it's because I didn't even hear about that. But I haven't really been watching TV today. So yeah, I haven't really been watching TV today. I have been on YouTube though. Yeah, because I'm trying to, obviously I wanted to come on here earlier and do a live during the day. And I'm really happy that I did that. I can't say that I'm going to do a live during the day every day, but I am going to try to do them more during the day. And then, sometimes when I'm out, I may go live. It's just like a lot of times where I'm out, I'm always worried about the music and getting a copyright strike, but if I'm someplace where there's no music, then maybe I can do that. Yeah, I want to find out why that won't be going over well, but she's from here. It's not like she's from someplace else. You know what I mean? And she knows how much he meant to the city. So maybe she wants it to be put in a different, maybe they're going to put his star in a different location because of him now being deceased. Oh, so she wants him to be moved. She wants him to be where the ones are the Academy Awards because of him now being deceased. I get it. She wants him in a better location. I don't even remember where exactly his star is. But I know he has his handprints and stuff in front of the Chinese theater. He's like the only athlete that had that. And that was before he won the Academy Award. So maybe they want his star to be close to where his hand and footprints are. Because I just thought about that. Maybe that's what it is, which would make sense, Sure. So that's probably what it is. She wants his star to give him recognition for both. She does have a good point, if that's what it is. And I don't think that there'll be any pushback on that. I really, really don't. Because that's the thing. Kobe had crossed over from the sports world into the Hollywood world. That's where he was. He was still in the sports world as far as, coaching his daughter. But as far as the things that he was endeavoring on for his personal, you know, growth was he wanted to do movies and, projects. It's still crazy to talk about him in the past tense. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm gonna look that up one SP. Thank you for letting me know about that. I mean, the only thing that I could think is that she wants it to be near where his handprints are and footprint, and that is actually in front of the Chinese movie theater. I really don't. I don't even know if they're in the same vicinity, and if they're not, then that might be what she's trying to do, is have them in the same vicinity. That was the celebration of life that they had on Monday, but they had already had his actual funeral privately before they had the celebration of life on Monday. They had already buried Kobe and his daughter. That was just what they did on Monday, was really the public celebration of his life, because the city wanted to do that for him. They wanted that, So I'm pretty sure that the Lakers organization paid for that celebration of life. I don't think that any of that cost was on the Bryant family or any of the other families, It was a beautiful celebration of life. It wasn't like a funeral celebration of life where you generally actually have the body there. It was not a spiritual type of event, if you know what I mean. But it showed reverence to the fact that he's gone. And they did talk about his spiritual life. Yeah, it wasn't like a memorial service. It really, really wasn't. I mean, they did do, people got up and talked about Kobe like you would do at a funeral and everything. But I'm saying, you had missing the fact that you really had the people's bodies there and a minister, praying over the bodies. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad that they didn't make it into a public funeral. I don't think any of us could handle that, and I'm certain that the family could not. It's bad enough with the videos that are on YouTube that people around the world have the mental picture of what those people were going through, because they actually have footage floating around YouTube of the actual helicopter crash. Yeah. No, but like when they have memorials for policemen or for firemen, they you see them walking through the city. It's like a major thing. Like we've had a couple of big ones that were for, you know, peace officers. The first one was for a Black SWAT officer. That died saving his saving one of the other SWAT officers' life, because when they shot the bullet, it hit him right above his bulletproof vest. And that was his actual funeral. Same thing with with the officers, they're real funerals. But with Kobe, it was, like a celebration of life after the actual funeral. It was not the actual funeral. Yeah, I know. And I've gone to funerals where all they had is a picture as well. But in the case of Kobe, Gianna, and all of the other people that were involved in the actual tragic helicopter crash, we know that they had already had the funerals for everyone before that. Now, they didn't announce the private one for Kobe and Gianna for obvious reasons, but we did know about the private ones for everyone else. And they did mention that they had already had a private funeral for him and his daughter prior to the actual celebration of life. Hey, Terry. No worries, Terry. Because this is my second time on tonight. Okay. Even though I know we're almost to the end. But I'm on for the second time today. We're just talking, y'all. But Terry, let me know when you're ready to do your next segment, because we're almost at the end of the month of February. Since we're getting out of Black History Month, I'm thinking that maybe next week we can start back on our series. What do you think, Terry? Next week? Hey, Betty. Thank you for coming. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking next week, because we'll be out of Black History Month. And we can start back on our stuff. Great. You just let me know what day next week, and we'll figure out the time. Yep, exactly. Yep, because I don't want us to be off of this too long. But I knew that we, with this month and so much stuff going on this month, but we definitely need to get back on it. And guys, before I forget to tell you guys, remember I was talking about Tom Strayer, or is it Stayer? It's Strayer or Stayer. I can't remember which one it is. And remember, I thought that he was like, maybe this man is starting to move he's starting to move up. We need to start looking at him. Okay? We do need to start looking at him. He's like these billionaires. He's using his own money to fund his Democratic ticket. And I guess Mike Bloomberg is supposed to be on the Democratic ticket. I guess he is running as a Democrat. However, everyone says that he's really a Republican. So we need to, but I'm going to start looking into this Tom Strayer, or however you pronounce his name, because I never really paid a whole bunch of attention to this guy, because he runs for everything. But he's starting to get out there because he's in the South Carolina. So he's getting his name on the ticket. And he was in this last debate. That's what I'm saying. He is a Republican, but he's not running as a Republican, Terry. He's running as a Democrat. Isn't that laughable? Remember, I kept on saying, I don't know what the heck he is? Because he conveniently doesn't say, he doesn't put any party affiliation in any of his advertisement. However, they have come up with some audio of him saying some very disparaging things, such as, if he is president, he's going to do stuff to help the banks. We don't need that to happen again. Okay? You help the banks, that means you don't want people to be homeowners. We already have a president that doesn't want people to be homeowners. We already have that. We don't need that again. This is Mike Bloomberg. He's also said some not so nice things about 44. Yet, and still, he's using 44 in his ads to get the black vote. That's what he's doing. Now, this Tom Strayer, I don't know. I gotta look into him. I've seen the ads saying all this different stuff. He is also, obviously, everybody's going after the black vote, you guys. He's going after it too. So I need to see what this man's talking about too. And then Bernie's up there, where I feel he should have been 4 years ago, when we weren't worried about his health. And he seems to have a way to do all the things that he says he wants to do. I don't trust Elizabeth Warren. Something about her, I don't trust her. And I don't even know the other female. So, and I don't remember what that other Budapest. I'm not thinking about that man. There's no way he's going to convince me to vote for him. So, my issue with him is that he has it in for religious groups. And my thing is that whoever wants to get married, get married. But by people being able to be married, and it is the law of the land, people also have religious freedom. And under their religious freedom, if they don't think, if they're not comfortable for religious reasons in marrying someone, then they shouldn't be forced to do that. They're not a public servant. They don't work for the government. And their nonprofit status should not be threatened. Because here's the thing. Whereas there are some churches that will not marry two people of the same sex, there are many churches that will. So I don't even understand what the issue is. Oh, I know that part. I know that part, Terry. Let me, matter of fact, let me click on that because I want everybody to, so I can show that one. I know that. That's true. Nobody's really for us. You know, it's always the lesser of two evils that we're looking at. But I'm trying to see if there's anybody that's claiming to be a quote unquote Democrat that's worth actually voting for. Or are they all just freaking idiots? And we're just going to be stuck with this other man. 45 is just going to be there for another four years. It is, you know. But at this point, I'm, you know, I mean, I like Bernie. And a lot of young people like Bernie and liked him 4 years ago. And I believe a lot of those people didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, which is part of the reason why she lost some of those electorates. You know, but I don't know. Let me click it off. But at this, you know, obviously I'm not an expert in politics. You know, I'm just a person who, you know, takes seriously my right to vote. So and in a presidential election, I definitely want to know, you know, if we're going to change, if we're trying to change the guards, who's trying to be the new head guard? But I'm going to do some more research on this destroyer. But let me come on camera, guys, because y'all know I'm over my hour. I've made my hour. So let me just come on camera so you guys can see me. What did you say? The coronavirus has made it to Davis. Wow. See, yeah. I think we probably, I've been doing some research on the corona. We're going to probably talk about that tomorrow. Hey, guys. Hi, everybody. So, anyway, thank everybody for coming out tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. No, we weren't really talking about anything. And I know the lighting in here is kind of crazy because the lights are down low. I told y'all the lights are usually down low. But thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys for coming through. 1SP, I know what I owe you. It's coming. It's coming. I'm working on it. I'll see all of you guys on tomorrow. And as always, before I leave you, I want to give you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Oh, David wants to come and say hi. Stick your head in front of the camera. Just stick your head down. Yep, there's David.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. Bye. Until tomorrow.